On to the third on the programme, and race number 3, we go up a class here. Class 4, 1,200 metres is the trip, headed by All Best Friends, who drops back into Class 4. He's 1 from 1 in the grade. Heartskeeper, the 9-year-old, an 8-time winner over this trip, but 7 of those have been on the all-weather. Applause was a course and distance winner 2 starts back. Power Racer makes his debut. Dollar Reward beaten a nose into second place by Navas last time out. Junzi jumps off the inside gate with Alberto Santa. Gracious Rider run up behind Snap Fit last time over the 1,000 metres, and HK Tourbillon jumps from barrier 12 here. Matthew Poon taking it £3 off, just a 1-1-1 on his back. Junzi has been up at Chungfa. He came back on the 11th of February, so that trip was after his last start when he finished 7th to Speedy Dragon.
The speed in this race should come from Flying Monkey and Very Rich Man, drawn 9 and 11. So from wide barriers, they will have to work potentially to cross Wame Princess, who's likely to kick up from a lower draw. Now, Jimson the Dragon, Umberto Rispoli suggested the horse struggled a little bit with the track last start and the initial pace. So maybe a little bit more restraint involved in him in the early stages. That should leave 3 and 4, I would have thought, disputing the lead and potentially able to dictate if they wish.
All Best Friends, as you mentioned, he's had 1 start in the grade and won it. He's won off a rating of 70 before as well, this horse. He's now down to a rating of 60. Sylvester de Souza will take them out, and his track work suggests he's going well and ready for this grade. Gracious Rider, very unlucky at his last start. Probably should have won. Look, he's going very well. Low draw. And a light weight, he looks tough to beat, does Gracious Rider. He's come up the early favourite as well. And Wame Princess, he's sort of improving a little bit in the mornings, and he should get a good run from his barrier number 2 as well. He's had a few starts now, 5 of them, and Tony Cruz has got him sort of going along pretty well at the moment.
All right, we'll come back and have a look at him as well behind Applause in a moment or so. Let's start off with Dollar Reward. This was a great race. Finished second, only beaten. There was a nose between the first 3 home, but unfortunately for his supporters, he came off second best.
We've had a fair bit of time to assess the capabilities of Dollar Reward now. It'll be start 25 for him on Wednesday night. What I've certainly ascertained is that he's actually a little bit better when he's ridden with a touch of patience, can find the line well. When he's used up in the early stages, he's not one of these horses that can do it at both ends. So I presume from 6 Neil will allow him to find his feet and then expect him to hit the line well.
Yeah, he's definitely a chance in the race. I didn't find a spot for him. I thought he should have won that one, to be fair. He got out and had every chance.
But Jolly Bountiful, I think, ran second. He went out odds-on favourite.
He ran third, yeah.
Never
got beaten, so doesn't read that well overall.
All right, OK, so we'll take him on notice. Gracious Rider also finished second last time out. This is that effort over the 1,000, so up in trip here.
Yeah, so 1,200 looks ideal for him. This is 1,000. He got out a little bit late as well. He was up against the first starter that was really tuned up for this race. He won it. His last win was off 48. He's rated 50 now. Barrier number 3, I think he's going to be tough to beat. I really like him tomorrow night. Oh, it's Wednesday night.
Yeah, I've got him in the tips as well, and he does look tough to beat. He's not the most reliable horse, though, I've noted. He could easily win this, and I think he's a great chance, but I wouldn't have my last bean on him.
Right, OK. Applause we can have a look at now, who was a winner 2 starts back, has run since and finished out of the money. But on this occasion, he was a little bit closer to the pace than he sometimes is.
Yeah, and probably couldn't find the line as well, but well enough anyway. Interesting, the horse that ran second here, Better Choice, came out and ran a really good race at Sha Tin in a much stronger event.
Yeah, I've got him in the numbers. His winners were 43, 45, so he is on an all-time high rating of 52, but that wasn't a bad run, and he won well.
Yep. All right, yeah, he works his way into my numbers as well. Open sort of contest, Paul. Gracious Rider, the favourite?
Yeah, I do like Gracious Rider. Just thought he should have won last time, and Zach Purden jumping aboard now. From a low barrier draw, he'll definitely get his opportunity. So he's on top to beat All Best Friends, who's well rated at the moment. Jimson the Dragon, now he's had that experience at Happy Valley, will give him a chance. And Applause we just talked about. 10, 1, 8 and 5, but I like the 10.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you, Paul. I think he's a great chance, Gracious Rider, and he could win, but I'll just side with Dollar Reward over Gracious Rider. They're actually quite similar. I mean, Gracious Rider has at least won a couple of races and Dollar Reward hasn't won one yet, but Applause potentially could mow the pair of them down. And if the 2 speedsters, Flying Monkey and Very Rich Man, don't get too much pressure from Wame Baby, or Wame Princess, I should say, then on the pace they can stick on pretty well. I left Very Rich Man in there. I thought he ran well considering last start there was some pressure, and Champion's Way, we've been talking about him, and he's been touted as a decent enough type of horse, and he only just got past him late. So 7, 10, 5 and 3.
All right, 10 and 7. That's my cue there in race number 3. Power Racing, though, interesting, is the debutant for Casper fans. Started off life with Michael Friedman. 8 trials coming into this. All right, so that's 2 and 3 taken care of. The feature race comes up as race number 6. We'll be back on the other side of this short break.